Right now at 5, Lori Phillips' interview with investigators takes center stage for day 3 of her homicide trial.
And a local voting group is learning more about transgender care.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. It's day 3 of the trial for a woman charged in the 2019 death of her husband.
53-year-old Lori Phillips is facing one charge of second-degree reckless homicide for the fatal hit-and-run death of 48-year-old Mark Phillips.
News 8 Now's Dua Israr was at the courthouse this morning where the prosecution showed jurors the video of Phillips's interview with investigators. Dua?
Ken and Emily, for nearly 2 hours, jurors watched as Phillips explained to investigator Fritz Leinfelder what happened on the night of February 22nd, 2019. In her interview, Phillips told Leinfelder her worst fear was that Mark chased after her and slipped and fell. In her interview with Leinfelder, Phillips says both her and Mark had been drinking at a local dive bar. On the way home, they got into an argument. Phillips told Leinfelder Mark never got physically abusive before that night. Phillips says she got into her truck to leave for the night, but Mark tried to stop her.
When he got to my door, I took off. His door was still open, meaning the passenger door that he was getting his stuff out. I turned right out of the driveway and it closed.
Deputy Stark
says she found Mark's body in the snowbank the next morning. In court, a state crime lab supervisor testified blue jean fibers were found under Phillips' truck that were consistent with the jeans Mark was wearing. The defense argued the truck was not examined at Phillips's home near Holman and evidence could have been contaminated on the road. Now, earlier, a forensic pathologist testified that Mark had rib fractures to the chest and extensive blunt force trauma. He also lost over a liter of blood. If convicted, Phillips could face up to 25 years in prison. Reporting live outside the La Crosse County Courthouse, Dua Israr for News 8 Now. Ken and Emily, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Dua. 2023 has been a record-breaking year for anti-transgender legislation. In an effort to start dialogue about the topic, La Crosse's League of Women Voters made it the subject of their November Lunch and Learn event. The group hosted a panel of local speakers to discuss current issues and legislation impacting transgender people. One focus of the panel was gender-affirming care for minors.
It's something as simple as using the patient's preferred name and pronouns, helping them stay comfortable in clinic by talking about gender and just talking about mental health and how important that is.
Now, the Wisconsin legislature recently passed a bill that would ban certain gender-affirming health care for minors. Governor Tony Evers has promised to veto the legislation. Today's panel was part of the League's monthly Lunch and Learn meetings. Those meetings are open to the public. The next one is December 13th.
I actually didn't get a lot of time outdoors today. Did you get outside at all?
No, I didn't, but it was a little chilly because it was gloomy, so that sunshine wasn't coming through the window, so I had to turn up the heat.
Well, it was perfect for National Cappuccino Day. Remember that?
Okay.
That's true.
Perfect. So it was cloudy conditions today. We had a little bit of drizzle, mist, a few showers, but overall it was just really cloudy conditions and that mist or drizzle. We're starting to see that break up a little bit, but overall temperatures right now in the mid to upper 40s, a little warmer to the south, a little bit cooler to the north, but all in all, still typical temperatures you would expect for this time of year in November. Right now that front's beginning to approach, but like I said, a lot of the activity you see on radar is not reaching the ground, but we still might see a shower, or you could still see some drizzle and some lower clouds. Bigger picture shows the front is beginning to approach, but there is clearing skies with it too, but there's also some wind that we're going to be dealing with. Right now, not too much wind, but if we then zoom out, we can see the wind to the west is still gusting pretty good, or sustained winds of over 20. That's going to be the story as we go into your Thursday. But for this evening, we'll start to see the winds increase a little bit La Crosse. Clearing skies, though, that's the good news. Temperature's still pretty nice at mid-40s, a little bit less, and the cloud cover will take a little bit longer for Eau Claire, but the winds will start to pick up. You'll notice that till 10 p.m., but that'll be the story as we go in. Especially tomorrow, if you want to get rid of the leaves, probably not the best of day because the wind's going to be blowing, but the conditions do improve, and I'll break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Well, the stage is set for the third Republican primary debate in Florida tonight. 5 candidates weighing in on the issues on top of voters' minds, including abortion, inflation, and the ongoing wars in the Middle East and Ukraine.
Former President Donald Trump, the GOP frontrunner, is holding his own event, putting those on stage in a battle to break away from the pack and present a Trump alternative.
Christian Benavides reports from Miami.
5 Republican presidential hopefuls meet for a third debate tonight, looking to make their case to voters from a stage in South Florida. The state's Governor Ron DeSantis, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, Senator Tim Scott, and entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy are all set to spar on foreign and domestic issues.
This border needs to be addressed. That is a pressing national security issue.
The candidates are debating for the first time since the outbreak of war between Israel and Hamas, presenting an opening for Haley, who also served as ambassador to the UN.
We've got our dearest friend Israel. They're fighting for their life.
Haley is one of the few candidates who've been gaining ground in the Republican primary race. All are hoping to come away as the clear alternative to former President Trump. The GOP frontrunner is skipping the debate here in Miami as he did the first two and holding his own rally nearby in Hialeah.
We're going to win the state in a landslide next November, just like we've done twice.
A recent CBS News poll finds Trump holding a commanding lead over his Republican rivals in the 2024 race. 61% of likely GOP primary voters have indicated they would vote for Trump today.
Down to 5 people, it's going to be a little bit more useful than 7 children.
Ramaswamy, the youngest candidate in the race, held a rally in Miami Tuesday, looking ahead to a smaller field facing off on the stage tonight. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
The next Republican primary debate is scheduled to take place December 6th in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
The fourth and final Trump family member took the stand today in the civil trial alleging widespread fraud in the family business. The former president's daughter, Ivanka Trump, is not a defendant, but her father and brothers are. She played a central role in managing her father's relationship with banks, but she calmly testified she had no role in his personal financial statements. New York Attorney General Letitia James says Trump's daughter is trying to distance herself from the business.
Trump will do all that she can to try to separate herself from this corporation, but she's inextricably tied to the Trump organization and to these properties that she helped secure financing for.
On the stand, Ms. Trump said more than a dozen times she could not recall details of her loan negotiations and does not remember reviewing documents that valued the company's assets. The judge has already ruled that Donald Trump and his company committed fraud. The trial will decide the penalty and additional charges. The Attorney General is seeking over $300 million in penalties and a ban on Trump doing business in New York.
Well, America's favorite pandas are heading back to China, marking the end of an era of so-called panda diplomacy. Some of the beloved bears resided at Smithsonian's National Zoo in Washington, D.C. for 5 decades. The 3 giant pandas, bear with me, Mei Xiang, Tian Tian, and Xiao Zhiji, are now aboard the FedEx Panda Express, a custom Boeing 777F aircraft. The animals were loaded into custom crates for their 19-hour trans-Pacific flight from D.C. to China this morning. The beloved pandas have been a sensation at the National Zoo for 5 decades.
I mean, this is something that we have prepared for all of their lives, all of our lives, but these animals are very special to us. Today, it's been a sad day, it's been a sad week.
Millions of Americans have visited the pandas. The zoo's giant panda program started in 1972 when China lent 2 bears to the U.S. after First Lady Pat Nixon commented on how much she loved them during President Nixon's historic visit to China. The bears are returning because the Smithsonian's institution's current agreement with the Chinese government has expired.
Well, the conflict in Gaza continues to spark global conflict.
Why the latest developments have caused a House representative to be censored right after this.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, our delicious pan pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Thick, crispy, buttery pan pizza? Now that is an expression.
Get a large 2-topping pan pizza for $11.99.
10% off lenses on a complete pair purchase. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we're the cold weather experts, offering unbeatable deals on the gear and supplies you need to get ready for winter. Right now, save on select Best Air odor eliminating furnace filters, only $8.99. These zero exposure puffer coats are half price. Save $5 on Blaine's Platinum automotive batteries and keep hands warm with 10 packs of Grabber hand warmers, just $5.99. Plus, don't miss great gifts at great prices in Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, now open.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $2,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Visit HometownChevy.com.
It's time to get out and rediscover Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Grab your friends and play for the day, or 2, or 3. It's time for you to win, laugh, and enjoy. Over 650 slot machines, tables, bingo, great rewards, delicious food. Ho-Chunk Gaming, just what you need. Get out again and experience the difference at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls.
It's Carl's Why Wait Till Friday sale. Get Black Friday pricing now. Save up to 50% on select appliances, plus bonus rebates of up to $1,000. Enter to win this beautiful Beko kitchen package valued over $5,500. This Frigidaire electric range is only $549. Save up to $900 on Serta iComfort Eco mattresses and save on select fireplace stands. TVs and soundbars are on sale too.
Carl's Air Servicing Dealer since 1956.
Israel's military says Hamas has lost control of northern Gaza as thousands of Palestinians move south to flee the fighting.
As the war continues and the humanitarian crisis grows, Israel is facing pressure from some of its closest allies to pause the fighting.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and top diplomats from the G7 wealthy nations announced a unified stance on the Israel-Hamas war. They condemned Hamas and announced their support for Israel's right to self-defense.
They also called for a humanitarian pause to aid desperate civilians in the Gaza Strip, but they did not press for a full ceasefire.
Those calling for an immediate ceasefire have an obligation to explain how to address the unacceptable result it would likely bring about. Hamas left in place with the capacity and stated intent to repeat October 7th again and again and again.
Biden administration officials said Wednesday more than 80 humanitarian trucks entered Gaza in the past 24 hours, and they are working to increase that number.
They also said roughly 500 to 600 Americans and their families remain in Gaza, and they are actively working to get them out.
The war in Gaza has angered many Americans and has led to public protests supporting one side or the other.
Those emotions overflowed last night in the House of Representatives as it voted to censure the only member of Congress with Palestinian roots. Michigan Representative Rashida Tlaib has repeatedly denounced Israel's military response to the deadly attack by Hamas a month ago.
Tlaib is the only Palestinian American in Congress and one of 2 Muslim women in the House. She had increasingly come under fire since the October 7th attack and was accused of promoting false narratives and anti-Semitic rhetoric.
In a recent social media post, she used the phrase "from the river to the sea," which critics say is a veiled reference to the eradication of Israel.
While Tlaib called it an aspirational call for freedom, it drew contempt from both sides of the aisle, with 22 Democrats supporting the GOP-led resolution to punish Tlaib.
Tlaib becomes only the 26th member of Congress to ever be censured, which is one step short of expulsion.
Well, coming up, Minnesota schools are working to end staffing shortages in certain fields.
How this community college is promoting the trades among women in just a few minutes.
After climbing above average, we're kind of cooling back off, but that trend is actually going to flip back as we go into this weekend and next week. I'll break down what all that means with temperatures and whether we'll stay dry. That'll come on your First Warn weather update after the break.
Winter is here.
And with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we help you get the settlement you deserve to put your life back on track.
Turn the key and open the door to your next home with a home loan from Ultra. With a variety of loan options, from buying your very first home to building the home of your dreams, we're here to help make it happen with a local connection you trust. Our professional loan experts are with you every step of the home buying process and through the life of your loan, making it easy to handle your finances and getting you back to what matters most. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
100 years. There are very few businesses that have withstood this test of time.
But it was in 1923 that our family opened a two-stall garage and used car dealership in Pleasantville, Wisconsin, serving the surrounding communities that today has grown into the Osseo Automotive family of dealerships.
A commitment to excellence through a century of automotive innovation is waiting for you.
Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet in Osseo, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford. Check us out at OsseoAuto.com.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. LED recessed retrofit downlights are an excellent lighting solution for any space. They're energy efficient and designed for an easy installation. Right now, just $987 each after rebate. Check out Menards' great selection of Lutron lighting controls. LED Plus dimmer switches let you create perfect lighting for any activity. Only $1998 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
It's easy to see when you have a plumbing problem, but when it comes to your water, things aren't always so clear. Without water conditioning, your water may be doing more harm than good. Hard water can damage your pipes and appliances, leave spotting on dishes, as well as dry out your skin and hair. Contact the professionals at Maxwell White. More than a plumbing company, we offer comprehensive water conditioning. That's 2 great services under one roof. Enjoy cleaner dishes, softer and brighter clothes, and much more with a simple call to Maxwell White. Water conditioning done right.
With Vygoff & Rohde, you don't just get a lawyer, you get the experience and power of our entire team of lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and researchers. Vygoff & Rohde, Wisconsin's personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Trades in technology and transportation are experiencing workforce shortages. Minnesota State College Southeast is motivating more women to join these fields.
News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us live in studio with the latest. Good evening, Jeremy.
Ken and Emily, a lot of these careers are male-dominated, but women are working towards filling those gaps. 75 high school women came to Minnesota State College to learn more about welding, construction, and automotive technology. Women from 12 area high schools got hands-on building, welding, and learning other skills like how to change a tire. Each student spent 1 hour in 3 different programs. It gives them an idea of what they want to do once they graduate high school. Some students, including Katie Johnson, come from a family who works in trades. She credits her father for motivating her to get into the industry.
He's been a welder for about 30 years, I think, and he's always loved it. And just watching and learning some stuff from him has made me give a thought to welding.
Johnson has already taken some welding classes. She says she's also interested in mechanics and working on older vehicles. Coming up at 6, I'll be talking to another woman who's looking to become the 3rd generation welder of her family. Ken, Emily?
All right, Jeremy, thanks very much. And according to the Department of Labor, only 4% of women are represented in construction trades.
Well, it's time to send it over to Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart with our weather forecast.
Yeah, definitely going to have a change coming up. That's going to be, if you like the warm conditions, we're going to see it come back again. But we got a couple days of cool conditions, at least through Saturday. Looking at Veterans Day for Saturday right now. Overall, probably cool, still mid-40s, but plenty of sunshine in the morning, more clouds in the afternoon. So all in all, not a bad, actually, Veterans Day, but it gets even better beyond Veterans Day. For precipitation, really just a shower this evening. We might see a snow shower or 2 north really of I-94 tomorrow night. Otherwise, mainly dry for the weekend and next week. That's the bigger story. The temperatures is the other story. Although we're going to cool down to the 40s and maybe even some upper 30s Friday. That'll be the coldest day. We climb back up in the 40s and 50s. And next week, there's a better and better chance that we're going to see some 60s probably poke back in, maybe for a day or two. Otherwise, for tonight, we're going to start seeing the clouds begin to clear out. So as you wake up tomorrow morning, should be mostly clear. You'll see the winds begin to increase. I'll time that out in a second too. As we go through tomorrow, really going to start seeing the cloud cover once again begin to sag southward towards the area towards Ladysmith, and it'll clear by noon. Areas to the south will be clear. This is associated with a little bit of a system that could bring, once again, a shower or two north of the area of Ladysmith. Once again, won't expect much. A lot of this may not even reach the ground, but will be cloud cover. That'll begin to sink further south towards us tomorrow evening. So although we'll start off clear, we'll see increasing clouds towards tomorrow evening, but still not expecting any precipitation. The other big story is the winds behind this, and that's really the story for tomorrow. As you wake up 15 to 20 miles per hour, at least by 9, you'll see the winds probably peak around noon or just early afternoon. We'll see 15 to 20 and then 25, potentially gust above 30 as we go through. It will subside, but it'll take probably until tomorrow evening that we'll start seeing the winds begin to drop back off. So that's really the story. Otherwise, as we see past Thursday into Friday, really it's the cloud cover that'll be the story come Friday as another little shot of cooler air comes down. Not expecting any precipitation with this, but we'll see more clouds Friday, so that'll keep our temperatures probably in the low 40s. And then we begin to see the pattern change a little bit as the winds begin to turn back around, and that's just the start of the warm temperatures. By the time we get to next week, all this warm air to the south, the jet stream pushes far to the north. You can see all these warm temperatures begin to pull northward, and this pattern looks to extend all the way through next week. Right now, as the storm track goes well to the north, so that's the story. If you like warm conditions and dry, next week it's really shaping up to be kind of those conditions. And temperatures overall, that says you're going to see a lot more pink start to show up through next week. That means above average temperatures for a lot of people. Once again, we could see 60 degrees in some areas as we get towards that. But for tonight, we're going to see generally clear skies, but the winds will start picking up. Temperatures a little bit cooler than we've had, mid to upper 30s. Once again, tomorrow it's going to be the wind's going to be the story, 15 to 25 really in the afternoon. Temperatures pretty seasonal, but with that wind, it won't feel as warm. Cloud cover begins to kind of increase towards the evening, especially towards the north areas. Otherwise, as we go into Friday, that'll be the cloudiest day and probably the chilliest day with low 40s as temperatures, and then we begin to climb up to the 50s by Sunday. And once again, yeah, there could be a couple days next week where we'll get close to 60 or at least get into that area of 60. And once again, by that time, we're about the mid-40s for average temperature, so mild conditions.
Well,
I mean, I would love it.
A thing of beauty right there. I love what I see.
Well, just remember that, in the midwinter when you say a thing of beauty, because we'll have the snow eventually.
Yeah, there will be a change eventually.
We'll get payback.
It'll be nice, but right now this is even nicer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Greg, thanks very much. Well, a local music group is spreading an appreciation for the arts.
How a new round of funding makes that possible after the break.
Attention seniors, be safe with your affordable tub-to-shower conversion or enjoy an all-new bathroom. Contact the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. High quality at lower prices.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our fall bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy, shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Why wait until Black Friday for big savings? At Wesco and Sparta, it's Black November. Get break down the door savings on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and flooring. Save even more with coupon savings of $25 to $100. Buy one item, use one coupon. Buy 10 items, use 10 coupons. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
It really ruined everything. I should have done something sooner.
Everybody hopes that this won't be a big problem. Unfortunately, basement water, it always gets worse. Don't worry, we got this.
Great. Well, let's stop it from getting in.
The effects of water can be surprising, but at Innovative Basement Authority, we'll do a complete home inspection for free, so you can put water back in its place. Schedule a free home inspection today.
Start your holiday shopping with the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Order a double smoked ham, prime rib, fresh turkey, or smoked salmon. Create a custom gift basket. Don't forget the beer and the best beef jerky for your get-together. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A local chamber ensemble is getting a boost to hit all the right notes.
The Driftless Urban Orchestra, Duo for short, is a nonprofit chamber ensemble that plays music from underrepresented communities alongside traditional masterpieces.
So the group recently received a grant from the La Crosse Community Foundation for more than $10,000. Most of the grant money went toward buying 2 musical instruments, a stage piano and a digital xylophone called a mallet cat.
The orchestra's artistic director says the new equipment will help the group bring higher quality music to more audiences.
We can take it out into the community, into schools, and we weren't able to do that before with the same kind of sounds and ability that this really opens up for us.
Now, both the new instruments are smaller than their traditional counterparts, but have the same level of quality, we're told.
Okay, well, we'll have another check on your local forecast when we return.
Get your new flooring before the holidays. At Interior Designs, we have the flooring to fit your style and budget. Our designers will help you pick out the perfect carpet, ceramic tile, or laminate. Contact Interior Designs today to have your new flooring installed before the holidays.
Rent to Own would love to help you bag your deal for $10. $10 pays for your first month on anything in the store. So stop into Leibachens Rent to Own and bag your deal for $10. Offer expires November 30th.
What you want, when you want it. Leibachens Rent to Own.
Gather the family and join in on Perkins holiday festivities. Here, everyone can go into feast mode. Enjoy our new hand-cut prime rib dinner. Savor our juicy, oven-roasted butterball turkey. Then top it all off with the perfect slice of pie. Enjoy time with family and all of your holiday favorites at Perkins. Take home a festive dessert from our holiday bake shop today.
Stella-Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella-Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today. $2,500 hiring bonus.
It's big, really big. It's the weekend furniture blowout at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. This weekend, for 4 big days, we've slashed prices on hundreds of items store-wide. Sofas, sectionals, and recliners from Flexsteel to Core Rest and Smith Brothers. Bedrooms and dining rooms from Daniels Amish and Canadell. Plus the area's finest selection of leather from Stressless and Lazy Boy. You'd better hurry. You won't see furniture of this quality at these prices again. The weekend furniture blowout. It's this weekend only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Get your new flooring before the holidays. At Interior Designs, we have the flooring to fit your style and budget. Our designers will help you pick out the perfect carpet, ceramic tile, or laminate. Contact Interior Designs today to have your new flooring installed before the holidays.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
All right, tomorrow's just really going to be the wind's going to be the story out of the west, 15 to 25, maybe some gusts, 30. Overall temperature pretty seasonable then as we go in, and I don't think the 5-day, oh, there it goes. We're looking at mild conditions. Whoop, skipped right over it there. Anyway, we really got mild conditions going into next week, into the 60s potentially once we get past the cooler Friday.
You're just always waging war with that clicker.
I know I am.
Thank you, Greg, and thanks for joining us tonight at 5.
We'll see you at 6.